Sorry, Sylvia, I keep using your desk. Put everything on your desk.
Oh, stupid. Because obviously you're spreading in your space all the time, Phil.
So I'm going to warm the paste up in the same way as we have done. Can everyone see? Okay, so press and turn. That's how we've been doing it. Press and turn. No flatten and fold. We're not kneading bread. If you flatten and fold, you add your air bubbles in, which is a problem. You can tell if you've done it because when you roll your paste out, you get little slices of paste that have a bubble in the middle that you pull and there's more paste underneath. Okay, puff pastry. If you've got that and you're almost down to the right thickness, then you're in trouble because you can't roll it any thinner. You get a little dimple in your cake. So press down nice and firm. Make sure that the paste is warmed up enough. I can come and check, but you should know by now because you've iced 2 cakes already. So kind of go with your gut with it. Okay, I'm going to try and loosen the elastic a little bit today. Don't be fooled into thinking, you know when it says on the packet ready to roll, you can't pull it out of the packet and just roll. You do have to knead it up. And the ready rolled stuff, you know, like you get a piece of pastry that you just open up and it's already flat. You can actually buy ready rolled icing, but it's terrible. It's very badly rolled. It's too thin and they put a coating on it to stop it from drying out. So when you pick out, a bit like your pastry, as you pick it up, it's just rigid. And then you force it down the sides and it tears. So it's just not worth it.
I used it once and it looked like rhino skin.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Was it a rhino cake you were making?
Okay, so we're going to roll backwards and forwards, and this time, because we're rolling a square, each time you roll back and forth, turn it 90 degrees. Okay, try and keep it in a square. If we've got an arm bread going on, we're in trouble. If you've got a circle, that's okay. Quite often when you try and make a square, it ends up circle. That's all right. But if you've got something that's really oblong in shape, you're going to cause yourself a problem. So 90-degree turn each time. Clean off your rolling pin each time you pick it up. And try not to stop. It's all right while you're on your spacers. These are called marzipan spacers. They roll it to 5mm. When you're rolling marzipan out, you can roll to about the same thickness, the 4mm thickness of your icing for a sugar paste coated fruit cake. If you were roll icing your fruit cake, and we teach how to roll ice and the different method of marzipaning on the roll icing diploma, you would need to roll it to 5mm thickness because your roll icing layer is only about 1mm overall, even after you put all the layers on. So you have to have thick enough marzipan on there to stop the fruit juices from seeping through. So that's why they're called marzipan spacers, because that's what they were designed for. It is about time someone created them with a 3mm and 4mm thick as well.
Will I turn my spacers round or use the same?
No,
thickness?
like this, because this bit here is 5mm. That's
Oh,
taller. I never use them like that. Just use them flat. Okay, so we'll come off of that, because I can't get any bigger, but this is not enough to roll. I need more rolling out. Okay, try not to stop your rolling pin. If you're doing this, you're going to get those grooves, so try and find a way of rolling up and down. If at any point you find this difficult, Sarah, just shout, honestly. No one will get frustrated today, because I think we've all had bad backs at some point in our lives.
This is so much like baking though, isn't it, with pastry?
Yeah, yes, because when you're rolling out, don't do a lot of baking, really. But yeah, when you're rolling out for cookie dough and stuff like that, do the same. Don't allow this layer to be too thin for either the marzipan or your sugar paste, because it could tear as it goes over the corners. The same rules as before. Too thick and it will give you that elephant skin, because it struggles and stretches as you're trying to make it go over the side. Too thin, it will pull and tear across the edge. And because you've all got sharp edge here, that's extra pressure on you to get that, to stop that from tearing. So we've got this down to about 4mm all the way around. if I want to check it's okay to, you know, I've got a large enough piece, and what I need to do is use my string to measure from the side of the board up, side of the cake, sorry, up, across and down. We don't need to measure the board because we're icing that separate. That's going to be a different colour. Okay, so I'm just going to do that now. And then hold that across and vertically on my paste. And I'm just short. So probably by the time I've picked it up on the rolling pin, it's going to be enough. Suspend the rolling pin in the centre. Flat hand, no jewellery or rings if you can help it. Flip the paste up. Come to your side. Line it up with the side of the cake, not the board. And come over. So you can see I'm horrifically short all the way around. But I've got to go with it. So first of all, just press on the top with your hand just to make sure it's on. A little bit of work with the smoother. If you've got any resistance, put some icing sugar on there because you don't want to tear your paste. That's the top on and done. And then straight away touch the corners. Really, you need to get the corners quick as soon as the paste is on because that's where it's going to tear. Okay. And then a little rub, just one rub there, and along the other side so that you know that the top and the sides, the bevel side's on. Now we can work with our pleats. So the best thing to do is start at the back with one of the pleat corners, lift up to support the weight, left-handed, she's left-handed. Scoop up.
All those builders are noisy this morning.
Is that the builder or is that
Well, there were all sorts of building trucks and diggers.
Oh, are there?
When I arrived this morning.
Work your way up down along the side and then come to the next corner. So you don't just stick the corners on and then have all the pleats in the centre. You just work from one corner systematically all the way around the cake. Here it's stretched a little bit. Can you see it's starting to go? You see there, it's just a little bit of an indent. I just have to be careful because that's me talking and not kind of sticking on, if you like. So around we go. On to the next side. Now here I'm horribly short, so I've got to be careful. I don't want to stretch it too much because it's going to tear. But if I get the corner stuck on, and just kind of do this movement, I'm not stretching it, but this movement, that what could potentially be a disaster and make you feel like you want to take it off, it's going to almost be enough. So there's only a little bit of a gap now, which I'll fix in a minute. Okay, it's just so you know that you can actually. That's probably I'm probably a bit hopeful on this side, to be honest. But the deal here is, a suggestion would be to make sure you've got enough paste. And if I'm looking now, you've got a beautiful deep fruit cake there, but your 500-gram green is not going to be enough. So what you're going to need to do, you know you've got enough marzipan, because I think you've got a kilo there, plus less what you've just used, haven't you? Or is it 500-gram pack? I don't know. Okay, brilliant. So you know you can roll out plenty of marzipan. We'll get that coated onto the cake, and then when you come to your sugar paste, we need to add a bit of butter white just to top it up, maybe to 750 grams, because 500 grams won't be enough for the depth of your cake. So we're a little bit short on this side here. Okay. Now, I want to smooth on the side, so I'm going to use my curvy edge of my smoothing tool. Circular motion, pressing in a little bit as I go. When you come to the corner, press it round, keep an eye on what you're doing, and then start to do your circular motion again. I'm getting a bit of resistance, so I want to put a bit of icing sugar on there. So I'm pressing on and smoothing round. Then I come to my next corner, press on, and turn round. It's the curvy edge. Okay, if you have the sharp edge down at this point, it could tear the cake. Now I've got a gap here, in there. So when I do my circle motion, I'm going to push down a little bit more. So in and down. Okay, and then that. So in an ideal world, you don't want to do this. It's this movement there, but I'm pushing down a little bit. But if you have to, it stops you from having to take the icing off. Am I covering my back sufficiently? I don't know, maybe I'm not. But sometimes there are times when you do need to give up and actually start again and throw that bit of paste in the bin. Other times you can fix it, okay? This part here, not so sure. So we'll get around the corner. The problem with that...
Some people cut the sugar paste on the corners to get rid of the excess.
No. What, like clamp and cut?
Yeah. Okay. I thought it sounded
Cheating.
I thought that sounded like a good idea.
If you have to, I mean, sometimes you have to, don't you? But to be honest, try and do it this way because it does look better. Worst case, if I've got a big gap, like I've got one, it's a sufficiently sized gap here, if I couldn't draw the icing down, then I can take a little bit of my leftover here, put a bit of water in there and just patch it up. I don't really want to, so I'm just going to try a little bit harder, but you can see that I've just torn it here as well, which is mostly because I'm trying to do it back to front and I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going to bring that round, but you do need to make sure that your corners are nicely smoothed in line with the shape of your cake or dummy. One mention on the tool, there's a habit, everyone will do it, you'll either press more on the top of the tool or more on the bottom of the tool. So inevitably you're either going to end up working like this, an angle, or like this. And what will happen is if you're not straight, your cake's going to be at an angle on the sides. Yeah, so just be mindful holding the tool that you have the same amount of pushing pressure on the top as you have the bottom, so this is level, so it's vertical. Okay, you'll know if you're doing it because you'll see it in your cake. So when you look at it and think, why has it gone like that, then you think to yourself, well, next time I've got to watch what I'm doing on my tool. I've got to make sure this is upright. Okay, I'm going to fix that quietly in the background now while you have a go at yours.